a lot of us maybe already thinking, everyone's like, China's the next market. China's the next superpower. China's this and China's that. Okay, there's a lot of money to be made there. Okay, sure. But you cannot lose the integrity of what you do and what you represent for money. And at the same time, if China is going to become the next superpower or the next place to make business happen, then we cannot be working at a barometer of saying this is good for China. Everything has to be good on an international level. And only then will we be able to be standing proud and say this is Chinese made. The reason why I'm saying this is because when I started Clot in, I don't even remember, man, 15 years ago, I remember something very, 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 very alarming to me is I said, we're made in China. And everyone's like, oh my God, that's horrible. And I said, what do you mean? Why is made in China bad? They're like, oh, all these products are getting recalled in America and there's baby products have lead in them or blah, 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 blah. So everything that I've been doing, I've been trying to be made in China, creatively designed in China. Everything is from a Chinese perspective. People ask me, hey, what are you? I'm actually born in Canada, but I tell people I'm Chinese because you can't deny the fact that I'm Chinese. Look at me. I mean, so I say I'm born in Canada, but I'm Chinese. So when people think I say made in China or this we're based in China and it gives them a bad stigmatism, I have to be very aware of everything that I do and everything that I say so that if someone from an international level is looking at the product that we're making or looking at the creative designs or the ideas that we're coming out of, we can be proud to say that, yeah, this is made in China. The first time I ever went to Nike, I told them, hey, we need a shoe. We need to make a shoe. And they're like, oh, well, you're a Hong Kong-based company. We've never done products from Hong Kong. And I said, half your shoes are made in China. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how can you not give us a voice in the international market when you rely on our people to make half of your product? It took me 3 years to keep showing them what we do, showing them that we're not at a lower level than other creatives. So now, 10 years later, we're still making Nike shoes. We've made 6 pairs of Nike shoes, and our company is now signed to a Nike deal. And that took perseverance, and that took really, 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 really hard work. And quite honestly, every time we make something, although 70% of the people that buy it are Chinese, we don't think of it that way. We think of making a good product. Now, good product, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter if you're in Brazil. It doesn't matter if you're in Russia. It doesn't matter if you're in Ethiopia. A good product will sell itself. It doesn't have to say made where, made where, made where. So I think the importance of all of you guys is to understand that everything that we do, we should be doing it for an international level. And I think that that's something that we all should take back is, people might not understand what you're talking about or what you're thinking, but if you have a good idea, sooner or later they're going to jump on and they're going to start giving you praise. And I feel like us as the next voice and generation for China, you guys are being educated in New York, one of the greatest cities in the world. When you go back, you should not forget what you've seen here and not be like, oh, I'm back in China and this is how I should act. No. You're a part of this world, and you should act the way that you want to act and represent the things that you want to represent. And, I think that, like another good example of that is hip-hop music. I've been doing hip-hop music for 10, 15 years, and now all of a sudden it's super popular in China. So that's an example of my perseverance and my belief in my work. And, I think one of the most important things I've ever learned is if you find a job that you love, you really don't have to work anymore because, every day I wake up and I'm doing work. Yeah, I'm doing work. I'm consulting for this brand. I'm recording this song. I'm designing the shoe. But it's not really work to me. It's just because it's something that I love. It's something that I'm passionate for. It's something that I want to tell the world. So I think what's most important also that I wanted to tell you is, you know, it might be that tech is really in right now, or I don't know, basketball or something, right? And you're like, oh, I'm going to go to that market and try to make some money. 9 out of 10 times you will lose because you're only trying to do it for finance. Finance is secondary. Passion is first. Because, like I said, if you have passion for something, no matter how hard it is, it's all worth it. But if you're just trying to look for a dollar bill, there's a lot of places you can find easy money. But if you're trying to do something for 10 to 15 years, or for your lifetime, if you go into an industry that is only because there's money or my mother told me to go do it, I feel sorry for you because you're going to have a horrible life.